Hello everybody, this is Marie and welcome to Marie's Chatty Tarot, and today we are going to be talking about the blood moon on election night here in America. Now, before we get into this, please feel free to share, like, subscribe. You know it. I am desperate for the love and the attention. I'm trying to grow the channel. I would really appreciate your help on this. And for people who are interested, today I'm going to be using my everyday tarot deck, which obviously I don't use every day, but it's a pretty cool deck. So now that this is out of the way, so yes, today we're going to be talking about the blood moon that's coming up on election. Now the blood moon have been talked about for many years, that every time that it comes about, a lot of people, it's considered to be a bad omen of sort, because a lot of things tends to unfold, to reveal itself. Even it appears, throughout history. And it is my understanding that even the medical field, people in the medical field, or who are first responder, are familiar of the blood moon phenomenon. So basically what the blood, so I'm going to leave links of articles that kind of explain what the blood moon is about, but I'm going to give you like a watered down version, or how I interpret it to be is a total eclipse. That's what the blood moon is. And the article is going to give you more information about why it's red, and everything in between. So that this particular blood moon is gonna occur on November 8th, 2022. Now, we want to look around, what to expect, what the universe wants to say about it, and what kind of advice and how to, keep ourselves safe, our family safe, and all that in between. Now, before to proceed any further, I do want to stress out, if you are in astrology, now you might think that this is the woo-woo or a little kooky or a little out there, but a lot of people, especially people who are elites or globalists or whatever, they are following astrology, and they do a lot of their work during that time. So right now, astrologically, we are going through a Mars retrograde. So a retrograde is basically an optical illusion where it appears that the planet is moving backwards as opposed as forward. It's an optical illusion, and this retrograde, quote unquote, is started on October the 30th of 2002, and it's gonna last until January the 12th, 2023. And then what that retrograde represents in general is kind of like a lag in motivation, a shift in action or motivation, or uh, uh, things not working the way you're expecting it to work out. Now, in mind, I think you probably want to take a look at the video that I did about the election, the midterm election to 2022. Kind of touch a little bit on that. So again, now we're going to take a look and see what the blood moon is going to be about on November 8th, 2022. So let's look first what it's going to be, what the blood moon is going to be about, what it brings. So I'm going to be using a Kachina sword spread. What does the blood moon bring about on election day, which is November 8th, 2022. Cutting the cards. So the first card is the Hangman, represent kind of answer the question a bit. The second card is the Knight of Sword, that represents the situation. Third card is the Seven of Pentacles in the recent past. Ace of Sword represent present. Trying to put everything in focus. Potential outcome is the Devil card. The Ten of Cups as clarification. And then the Fool as clarification. So that's pretty interesting deck. There's a lot here. So the first card is the Hangman. So the Hangman, you see this gentleman, he's in a yoga position, hand behind his back, his feet is tied to this tree. A lot of people believe that the tree represents the tree of life, and then this gentleman in an uncomfortable situation, yoga position, in that position he's able to achieve enlightenment and able to see things in a different perspective, as if what the question that we asked, what is the blood moon is going to bring about? It's going to bring about discomfort. That's the first question. That's the straight up answer, if you must know. People are going to be uncomfortable. People are uncomfortable either in their skin or uncomfortable in general, but they feel like something, something is not right, and then this discomfort is gonna make things clearer sometime. I think people will be able to see through the bullshit, so to speak. And I think a lot of people have been seeing what has been going on around them, either through inflation, supply chain disruption, high gas prices, problem with the stock market, problem with a lot of layoffs coming about, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of discomfort. So through the discomfort, people can see through the bull. People can truly see what's really going on, because uh, uh, it sharpens your vision being in this discomfort position. And it's as if, a lot of people are seeing, so this is aspecting, the Ten of Cups is aspecting the card, as if to say that a lot of people is seeing through the illusion. All the people in the different branches of the administration is saying that everything is well. It's not what it seems. Don't believe your eyes. Don't believe what you see out in the world. But however, to this discomfort, people are seeing that, they're being gaslight, that they're seeing to the illusion, because Ten of Cups is usually it's a beautiful card. It's a card of happiness, of fulfillment, but it also can be a card of a facade. So people are seeing through the facade, and I think this blood moon is kind of bringing it about even in a more sharper way somehow, that date again. So that's interesting. Now the Knight of Sword, you can see is this knight. He have this sword and he appears as if he's rushing. So this card represents the situation. So the situation is going to be a rush somehow, movement of sword. And swords tend to be news, information. It could be facts. It could be a spiritual download, a spiritual awareness. But because we ask what's going to happen, what does this blood moon card a day represent for us? It looks like it's going to be a lot of news coming about. That's going to propel something new somehow with the Fool underneath. So new, the Fool represents new journey, new beginning. So this information is going to be coming pretty fast. It's going to be coming rapidly, and uh, uh, that information most likely is not going to be good news, because swords tend to be harsh. They tend to be very firm. It tend to be very factual, very analytical. So with this card coming through, it's telling me that it's gonna come pretty fast. It's gonna be pretty in your face, and there's not much you can do to fight it. Type of energy, and it tends to be not great news, or something that people are not ready, won't be able to accept that information, that process, that news right away. So a lot of information is going to come about. So that's interesting in itself. Now, Seven of Pentacle in the background. You see this lady tending to her garden, kind of contemplating, waiting for her labor to bear fruit here. So with the Seven of Pentacle, it could be resources, it could be facts, it could be information, it could be about money. It's as if, or in the same token, it could be people, or really looking at their resources, looking at their money, looking at their savings, looking at, trying to conserve what little that they have, or trying to make, what they have multiply somehow, because of things being the way they are. So people being very careful, because this could be a card of contemplation, of analyzing how you're gonna make ends meet, or how you're gonna survive, or how you're gonna allocate your resources. May it be money, may it be your time, may it be um, um, food, gas, whatever it may be. See how you can make things last a little bit longer, how you can make some changes, so you can have enough to make things happen. And this card could also be, a group in the background who has information uh, that has not yet been revealed, that they're working on it and they're sitting on it, and they're waiting for the right time, you know, to put it out there. So there could be different way of looking at it. Um, I guess all of the above can apply. Present situation. Present situation is the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is gonna say that during the blood moon, a lot of information is gonna be coming out in a big way. Ace of Sword again is the sword of truth, the sword of information. That's how I look at it. It's as if the hand of God is presenting that information, whether you're ready or not, and it's going to be coming in a big way for you. And that information is going to be coming fast with that King of Sword, and it's going to be make a lot of people uncomfortable, feel even more uncomfortable than they are. So it's going to amplify somehow. And then with the devil as a potential outcome, says to me that that information is probably going to be about the bad guys, the cabal, and it's not going to be great information. So I wonder, is it about the election? I wonder, is it about what they have been doing to kids? Is it about the pandemic? Because there's a lot of information that have yet to be revealed. So this card, this devil card, you see this devil, this goat head. He have those two people in bondage. So everything that deals with the devil deals with lower vibration. Like a bad group, they only think about themselves. They only think about what they want, and very selfish in nature. About self gratification type of card. So again, it made me think of the cabal, of what they've been up to for the last few years. So it looks like this this blood moon is gonna reveal that information about them in a very big way. Or maybe there's gonna be an event, or there's gonna be some information that's coming out to really put them on the spot, it appears. And at first, obviously, the media is gonna try to gloss things over, to make sure that, to spin things and to make things appear that everything is okay. It's not what you think, it's not what you see, that you don't know, what you don't trust your lying eyes type of feel, right? But uh, I don't think people are gonna be buying it based on how the cards are talking. And then, uh, people are gonna want to turn away. It's gonna turn away from it and want to start something new, something fresh. So I'm putting two more cards to kind of see, if the cards were to reveal a bit more. And one of the cards is Page of Cups. So Page of Cups is a very idealistic card. But for me, that card represents, children under 12. And it's as if it looks like maybe there's more information that may be coming out about children somehow in a surprising way. Or that might be one way of looking at it. Or it could be, that information that that's going to expose the cabal is going to be coming in a surprising way somehow. So there's two ways of looking at it. And that's gonna bring about, so another ace, interesting, Ace of Cups is about emotional awareness, emotional awakening. So uh, either it's about kids under 12, or it could be about information about the cabal that's coming out in a surprising way. And Ace of Cups, again, is gonna really put the awareness uh, in a big way. And usually water is connected to emotion, so it's really gonna amplify, emphasize on that. News is really gonna get a lot of people emotional somehow. So wow, that's a lot to unpack. So before we go, I guess we should ask, what advice from the universe about how to, you know, how to with the how to face this blood moon. What advice that the universe will give us, because it looks like this is going to be a trying day, maybe stressful uh, for a lot of people. So what the advice the universe wants to share. So in this particular situation, I'm going to put two cards. Just want to get a quick what advice. Oops. Advice. So the first card that came about is Ten of Swords. So again, I'm putting two cards only. And the second card is Four of Swords. Two sword cards. Again, sword deals with information. It deals with thoughts, words, and spiritual awakening. And a lot of the swords tends to deal with bad news or information that's very hard to accept. And the Ten of Swords signifies the ending somehow. Ending of a chapter, ending of a process, or information, bad information, challenging information that we're going to have to accept. With this gentleman, all tens are ending, that we're going to have to digest, whether we want to or not, all those information. That's the only way for us to move on. So a lot of information is going to be coming out during this blood moon that we're gonna that's really gonna wear us down, but we're gonna have to accept it, so we can move on. And so the universe is asking us, uh, you know, not only to surrender, to accept the truth, the information that will accept us to move on, but also with the Four of Swords. So you see this gentleman in a resting position, uh, uh, in retreat, in solitude, to think things over. So the universe wants us to reflect on those information, or reflect on those truths, how it affects you, how, you know, either use that opportunity to either research or to reflect on yourself and to find yourself as well. So that's the advice. The advice is to surrender and to self reflect, uh, in solitude if you can, or to prayer or to meditate on this information that's about to unveil. So wow, I know it's a bit long video, but thank you for sticking with me to the end. I appreciate your time. uh, Thank you for sharing, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you at the other one. Much love and blessings. Bye.